Hello and welcome back with Lord Isle with Steam version of For the Fruits of Garcia. Let's continue, shall we? Grisia Same and Machina. I cannot ever remember the young girl's name. Gosh. Normal. You could define that term. In there a class where we chase each other around the brandishing insects. I don't think I do, but it's nice to see that it's a lively school. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just put that over there. Having apparently forgotten what she was planning to do with her outspread hands, she totters through the school gates. What gate? Her office is positioned quite near the school building front entrance. The furniture is nicely arranged, based around an old-fashioned desk and chair. There. God! In contrast to the incurity of the building's external appearance, this room is a textbook example of the old-fashioned principal's office. I sit on the genuine leather sofa. That's one of the room's most prominent furnishings. After waiting for me to settle myself, she lowers herself into the seat across from me. On a practical level, nice to meet you. Might be the better option. With a slight amused smile, the principal Tachibana takes out a pamphlet. She flips out a couple of pages from the brochure. I hadn't noticed, but her fingernails are lightly polished. The principal's talk shifts to more detailed matters. The East Beach Express is an enormous corporate group with its hand on real estate, large-scale retails, but in core business the management of the rail line connecting to Tokyo and Hendia Airport. The EBE's management is shouldered by the Sakaki family, and it seems to be plausible that this Sakaki Academy Corporation is administered by them directly. But that's the only guess based on the circumstantial evidence. There's a lack of public information on the secretive corporation activities. The very existence of this academy isn't well known. I didn't gain anything that could be called definitive proof from my investigations so far. Her fingers come to a stop, bringing her hands gently together. The principals raise her gaze from their pamphlet and meet my eyes. I have a few questions. First, today is a weekday, but there was barely anyone on the school grounds. What's going on? Only 6? The elite few? That include our friends with the Sikia just now. Question 2. Where am I living from today on? A dormitory, is it? In that case, not a problem. Anything else? Before we finish, one last thing. For this last question only, I stared directly into her eyes. I need to confirm the principal's intentions in bringing me here. After all is said and done, is this a normal school? The principal closes her mouth. After a moment of silence, she opens it again. Yep. A gentle smile. I'm convinced that she isn't lying to me further some hidden self-interest. I've even forgotten what you asked me for back then. The principal slowly stands up and walks to the window side. The athletic grounds are visible from the window. Although resembling those of a normal school, the grounds are skirted by an improperly high wall. There were mere handful of students. The bizarrely extravagant facilities, the on-campus dormitory, the high walls surrounding it all. They clearly indicate abnormality. I guess you're right. Understood. Yeah. With a nod, I rise to my feet. On the grounds outside, a gust of salty sea air kicks up, a cloud of sand.
キッチンに備え付けられてるから生活の心配はないな。だけど何キョロキョロしてるの？
The sea pair from earlier don't seem to be around.
ああ、スオさんとイリスさんのことね。二人ともまだ学園に残っているのかもね。小峰さんもいないようだし。
That commie guy, his student hears you.
その子に寮の案内を頼んでいたんだけど、姿が見えないから。
So you don't have a minute to grasp on the movements of the students, I see.
私はほら、単なる学園長だから。
Merely, is it?
ちょっと待ってね。部屋にいるのかもしれないから。
The principal walks towards the interior of the building. Left there by myself, I stare vacantly at the ceiling. Soon I've unconsciously fallen into my own habit of counting the number of visible sprinklers, then roughly estimating the scale of the building. Calculating the time needed to gain control of the front entrance and ascertaining the location of the emergency exits. That's not many support pillars, are there? Guess that's why the ceiling is a bit low. Excuse me? Who's this, the maid one? Having grown absorbed in my announcing the building, I don't even notice a tug at my sleeve. It is. Until the final excuse me of many finally catches my ear. I drop my gaze to the direction of voice and find a girl in housemaid clothes looking up at me. Not that she's of particular diminutive height, except in comparison to a taller male like me. No one's going to admit that they're an intruder if you ask them point blank. The maid nods several times, slowly closing her eyes, and begins to repeat my words. Flexible thinking isn't your strong suit, clearly. No, never mind. So, what does a maid want with me? This will be the second time today I've heard that pick-up line. You're a lot tougher than you look, maid. At this point, having noticing our voices, the principal calls out the girl. It seems this maid was coming all along. I am Kasami Yuji. Good to meet you. I don't think you introduced yourself.
します。
Sachi, that's the one. Only one name I can possibly remember. At this time, it's nothing but the first name. I had this for earlier with the other two, but certainly gathered the unique elites here.
学生の個性を伸ばすのが学園の役目だから。
Which means that she's a student too?
小峰さんはこの学園の1年生よ。あなたには小峰さんが教壇に立つの年も見えた？
That's not really my point of confusion here. Our uniform creates a certain preconceptions. For example, if I see a girl wearing a bunny ears in a bar, I don't ask what she's done with her Bible.
小峰さんは普段からメイド服でいることが多いから。
That's not an explanation.
確かにそうね。それじゃあ小峰さん、説明してあげて。わかりました。私はクラス委員を任されている関係で、よく先生方のお手伝いや雑用をお願いされることが多いのですが、なんだかメイドさんみたいだねという話から、ちょっとメイド服着てみなよと促され、実際着てみたらやっぱり似合うから、なるべく普段から着た方がいいよと提案されたので、なるべく普段からメイド服を着るように心がけています。
I see. You're a devoted one? That a fallen bunny girl sister could learn a thing or two from you?
ありがとうございます。
I wasn't really intending that to be a compliment, but there's no point in telling her that.
ここからは彼女に案内してもらって、その方が話もできていいでしょう。
No objections.
それじゃあ小峰さん、あとお願いね。わかりました。それではまず1階から案内していきますね。
Yeah, if you would. The maid slowly begins to walk, but quickly comes to a stop in front of the management room. Stop dead, she's staring at me with an expression that clearly indicates she has something to say. What's wrong? You need something?
あなたのことを何とお呼びしたらいいのか聞き忘れていました。
Come to think of it, you're right.
すみません。
Well, you can call me whatever you want.
それでしたら、ゆうくんと呼ばせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
You've gotten pretty familiar all of a sudden.
では、風見さんというのはいかがでしょう。
Sure, anyhow, I'll call you Sachi.
サチ、
My bad, wouldn't Sachimon be better?
いえ、サチで構いませんよ。
Her expression didn't change the slightest, but her eyes at the moment she spoke those words had a strange forcefulness. That's so. Alright, Sachi. Best regards and all that. Judging from her smile, it seems she doesn't dislike being called Sachi.
それでは早速なのですが、寮に入って最初に見えるこの部屋が風見さんのお部屋になります。
Nameplate seems to say on the management room, though.
学園長さんのお話では、風見さんには寮長を兼ねてこの部屋に住んでほしいとのことでしたけど。
In other words, she wants me to play the prison guard. Well, at the very least, 3 out of the 6 students living in this dorms are female. It would probably be prudent to have room as far as possible from theirs to avoid potential trouble.